And isn't it ironic or perhaps foreshadowing for him to say, I have many more years to go, so many more cycles to take. I can put on so much more muscle. Only 4 months later, guy suffers from a heart attack. Coach Greg, and today, really important video, especially for you young people. Makaya Childress on TikTok, well, he got a heart attack from taking PDs, and guess what? He's 20. At the age of 15, he began using performance-enhancing drugs, namely SARMs. And so he's been very open and transparent, talking about what he's been taking, the mental, the physical side effects, his body dysmorphia, everything. And so this is a guy we can learn a tremendous amount of information from. He's not like the fake natties out there saying, oh, I didn't take anything. The guy, very transparent, and so highly recommend you watch this guy so you can learn from him. Learn what not to do. Learn what not to get into.
Like I said before, I didn't really know what SARMs were. People just told me it was steroids without side effects. So now I suffer from extreme anxiety, depression, panic attacks, all that stuff.
And remember, this was posted 5 months ago before he got a heart attack. And so it all began with using SARMs. He thought it was a safe alternative to steroids. Oh, don't worry, there's no side effects. Only it shut down his natural production of tests, decreased estrogen, and he wasn't able to develop properly. Not to mention the decline in his mental health, of which he says is just as important as the physical health. And so if you're thinking, oh, you don't have the body that you want, that this is the shortcut, is it really? Could it be, in fact, the shortcut to your early demise?
I haven't been posting a lot lately, and that's purely because I'm off cycle. This is what I look like right now. And now, that's me when I'm on cycle. To me, that's like the biggest difference in the whole entire world.
Oh, but SARMs and steroids are not addictive. Really? Does it sound like he's not addicted to them to you? He goes off of them, and in a week, he looks at his physique, and it's not big enough. It's not lean enough. He doesn't feel worthy. He says he feels smaller, skinnier than what he appears. And so that is, in fact, body dysmorphia. And so when he's not on cycle, he doesn't feel comfortable posting videos. And so what do you think is the result? He hops back on them. He can't stop. And so he cycles on, goes off, and has to go back on because he no longer likes the way he looks in the mirror. And for most people, you're looking at him thinking, what's wrong with that? It looks incredible. But for him, it's not. It's never good enough. When you start taking SARM steroids, it's only going to get worse. You're thinking, no, I'll put on 10 pounds of muscle, I'll get my dream physique, then I can stop. It never stops. It's never good enough. Once you get that muscle and you stop and you start losing it, of course you're going to lose it. You're going to remember what you once looked like, and you're going to want it back. Not only how you look, but how you felt. Your declining hormones, the way you feel, mental health as well. It's no longer as good as it once was, and so, of course, you're going to go back on.
If you have that same issue, which I bet all of you guys do who go to the gym, you know, just make sure you talk with family, friends, and you got to realize to just be okay with who you are.
Just be okay with who you are. What an important message that is. If only everyone could listen to this message, be okay with who you are. Because if you're not, and you resort to using PDs, not only can it affect your mental health, physical health, you could end up with a heart attack.
Because even though I don't look the best right now that I could possibly be, I still am big. And I still have many more years to go, many more cycles to run to get bigger and even better for my next show.
And isn't it ironic or perhaps foreshadowing for him to say, I have many more years to go, so many more cycles to take. I can put on so much more muscle. Only 4 months later, guy suffers from a heart attack. And so no, there are no guarantees in life. And you're using PDs, you're playing Russian roulette with your health. You don't know you have several more years to go. You don't know you have several more cycles. And the more you abuse PDs, the greater the chances something bad is going to happen.
But that's just what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Very personal to me. I'll be posting more content soon.
And so think of it. He's going to be posting more content soon. He's off cycle at this point. He didn't feel comfortable making videos. Then he goes back on cycle. He's admittedly taken Deca and testosterone, done 6 IUs of growth hormone a day. It's not much compared to the Liver King, but not everyone has the same genetics. Some people use a little bit of PDs and it hurts them immensely. Others, they use a lot. They get lucky.
I'm 20 years old, and I just had a heart attack from gear. I've been abusing PEDs for the past 5 years, SARMs, human growth hormone, everything you can possibly imagine.
And so think of it. This is a 20-year-old. He first started taking SARMs at 15. He's been on and off, mostly on, and he wanted to be a freak, to have wider delts than last time, to look incredible. But he never felt he could stack up to other people, and so he resorted to taking PEDs. And this ultimately led to him getting a heart attack at only the age of 20. And I know what you're thinking. This won't happen to me. I'm safer. I use lower doses. Do you really? Are they always going to stay low? And just because it's low, does that mean it's safe? Of course not. And so his warning, please tell your doctor. At least get blood work, find out what you're doing. Take the lowest doses that you can possibly take. Obviously, the safest dose is nothing, zero, taking nothing at all.
Normal heart is supposed to squeeze around 55 to 60% of its max capacity. Mine is now squeezing at 25%, and because of that, a blood clot formed in my heart.
And so a blood clot formed, and he ultimately suffered a heart attack.
That's very serious. I almost died, and even if it was like longer than 10 minutes, I would not be here today.
And so he's lucky to be alive. Heart attack at age 20. And so ask yourself, what's more important, to look good on the outside or to be healthy on the inside? I'm sure if he could do it all over, he'd make some major changes. Probably wouldn't take SARMs, steroids at the age of only 15.
So please, if you have a loved one or somebody who's abusing PEDs, please just go talk with them. If they need help, get them help. Just do something so they don't end up like me.
And so he's saying, if you have loved ones who are abusing PEDs, please talk to them. Try to find out the root of the matter. Many people think guys on steroids, they're just doing it just because they want to be jacked. And of course, yes, they do. But there's a reason behind the scenes of why they're not stopping. Why is it that they can't stop? I'll tell you why. Body dysmorphia, lack of self-confidence, lack of self-esteem, mental health, the reasons go on and on. And so just because somebody is using PEDs, please don't judge them. You don't know what led to that. You don't know why they're still doing it. And I can tell you from personal experience, it's very difficult to go off. To watch your body get smaller, to lose strength, and to have to come to terms that you're no longer going to be the man that you once were. You're not going to be able to set records or have boulders for shoulders. And so remember my message, the message I keep preaching. Halfway there. That dream physique that you want, I don't want you to get it. I know it sounds crazy. Oh, that's a horrible message. But the problem is, if you're in search of your dream physique, most likely you're going to resort to performance-enhancing drugs. But if you set realistic goals and expectations, halfway there, 15% body fat, a reasonable amount of muscle, you not only look good, but you feel amazing. And so unless you're a professional bodybuilder, or just that's what you have to do in life to earn a living, is it really worth it? And of course, I understand the temptation is there. I'm not a hypocrite. Of course, I took PEDs. I wanted to be a pro bodybuilder. But I also know that I had to stop, that I was lucky to stop in time, and hopefully not too much damage was done. I have great blood work, but you don't really know the damage that was done. You can't see everything in your blood work. And so, of course, if you're using PEDs, any of them at all, please get your blood work done. Go speak to your doctor. And also do everything and anything possible to try and make up for it. By that I mean, do 150 minutes of cardio a week. Eat healthy, variety of foods. Don't think you can just abuse PEDs, bulk and cut all the time, eat anything and everything, and not suffer the consequences. At least if you're eating healthy, doing cardio, concerned with the most important muscle in your human body, the heart, perhaps if you do that, you can help to minimize the damages that you're already doing with other aspects of your life. And if you want to stay natural but improve your gains, of course, not at the rate of using PEDs, I'd strongly suggest trying Ecti Builder and GO2 Max. The Ecti Builder with various Ecti steroids can help you to build more muscle, and GO2 Max has been shown in human studies, that's right, randomized placebo-controlled studies, to improve exercise output, make you healthier, ward off age-related illnesses, decrease cholesterol and high blood pressure. And of course, that is important if you're trying to ward off a heart attack. And so the main ingredient, NMN, has so much research out there to support just how effective it is. I strongly suggest you pick up these supplements. Oh, and if interested, code Greg, 10% off. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm, watch the bloops, follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette IP Pro, and if you'd like the cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, also the free training and diet program, just click the link in the description. It's absolutely free. Check out my website, and until next time, I am out.